guys, so I'm finally back. I'm really sorry I've been missing from YouTube for quite a long time. I think my last vlog was 23 weeks pregnant. And now I'm 33 weeks pregnant, which is insane. I'm almost done. So I just wanted to say I'm really sorry that I haven't been doing my vlogs. I was just really overwhelmed with everything that was happening in my life. It was all just a bit too much. So, you know, nothing terrible. It was all lots of fun, but it was just tiring and yeah, really full on. So I just needed a bit of a break from making my videos, and I'm really sad that I had a break as well, because I love looking at every single week and seeing, you know, my tummy getting bigger and bigger and seeing what happened in every week, all of my symptoms and baby's movement and all of those things. So I was like, I definitely have to get a video done as soon as I possibly can. So yeah, thank you so much for everybody that has still been subscribing to my videos. I'm just over 500 subscribers, which is bananas. And I haven't been putting out any videos, so thank you, you're amazing. And thank you for everybody that has sent me a message on Instagram or on YouTube. I really appreciate the care and concern that you've had for me, and I'm really sorry if I made you worry about me, but everything is perfectly fine. So yeah, I'll just get on with this vlog. So as I said, I am 33 weeks pregnant and baby girl is apparently the size of a pineapple. But I think that must be from head to rump, because a pineapple is pretty small. And it would still have to be a pretty big pineapple at that as well. So she's just over 2 kilograms, which is enormous. And she is also about 45 centimeters long, which, you know, when I look at my tummy, I'm like, 45 centimeters, where does that even fit? Like, she must be so scrunched up in there, and it's only going to get worse, I'm sure. Movement has been insane. So when I was 23 weeks, you know, she was kicking around quite a lot, but it's been getting more and more forceful and more regular, and you can see my tummy when she rolls from one side of my tummy to the other, and it goes like bloop. It's really, really crazy. And she's been getting up under my right hand side ribs, which is quite painful, especially when I've been in the car. As soon as I get into the car, she's like, all right, time to get into the ribs, and she gets right up under there and then goes kick, kick, kick really hard. So it's a little bit painful, but you know, it's not for much longer, and it's still pretty cool. I still really like it. And Louis has been feeling her kick quite a lot, which is awesome, because she's just doing it like crazy at the moment. She's just continually moving around, especially when I try to lie down to go to bed. That's when she goes bananas. So yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoy it. So when I was at my mum's house the other day, she actually did a palp of my tummy. I lay down on the couch and she palped my tummy, and she said that baby was head down with her head, so her spine kind of curved around my left hand side of my tummy, and then her knees and her feet over on the right hand side of my tummy, and she's definitely getting under my ribs up there. So I can tell that she's been head down for quite a while, because she gets the hiccups every time that I eat something. So it's pretty regular that she gets the hiccups, and you can see my tummy move from the outside. They're that strong, and I usually feel really, really low. So the past 2 days I've felt kind of hiccups near my belly button, so I'm like, no, don't move now, you have to stay where you are. So hopefully she'll get back down to that head down position and stay there for the rest of the pregnancy. So symptoms. I've had quite a few symptoms the past few weeks. The main ones have been my tailbone, especially when we went on the road trip. It was just insanely sore, you know, because I was in the car for about, you know, 7-8 hours a day for the first couple of days, and then a couple of hours for the next few days, and then 5-6 hours on the way home to Melbourne. So it was really sore. I had a hard time sitting down on chairs and lying down to go to bed, but it seems to have gotten a little bit better, which is good now that I've had a rest after that road trip. So my abdominal muscles have been pretty sore as well. They were quite sore a couple of weeks ago before I went to see the midwife at 28 weeks, and she checked and she said that I had a 1 centimetre separation there already, which was not very good for being that early. And she said, how are you getting out of bed and how are you getting up off the couch? And I showed her and she was like, no, you're doing it wrong. And she showed me how to kind of leverage myself, like lever myself out of bed properly so that I don't use my tummy muscles, and it's been a whole lot better since then, which is really good. So around the past 2 weeks or so, I've been getting a bit of heartburn or reflux, which has been really gross. It's just not fun at all. And I'm a big lover of things like curries and chili and tomato based dishes, lots of pasta, stuff like that, and that's all really bad for heartburn. So I should really be avoiding them, and I've tried a little bit, but I just can't resist the chili and the tomato. So yeah, I've been sleeping with 2 pillows at night time just so that I'm a bit more elevated, and that seems to help a little bit, and also not eating just before I go to bed as well helps a bit. But yeah, it's not fun at all. It's not a good symptom. I don't really want to take anything for it. I'd prefer to just kind of ride it out and hopefully it's okay, and you know, I'm sure that it'll stop after a while or after I have the baby, so not long to go. I've also been needing to go to the bathroom all the time, especially in the middle of the night, which is pretty annoying, and I've also been needing to go like twice in a row. So I'll go to the bathroom and then 5 minutes later I'll be like, I really need to go again, and I don't hugely, but yeah, it's just such an urge. I just really have to, and especially if I'm walking around a lot, I feel like baby girl is just pressing down on my bladder so hard. So I'll like go to the bathroom and then we'll head off to the shops, and I'll walk into the supermarket and I'll be like, I really need to go to the toilet again. But you know, I've just been, but it's just all that pressure from walking. So yes, that's fun. Braxton hicks. I've been having a lot of Braxton hicks lately. They've been getting more and more intense as the weeks go by. I think because she's running out of room in my tummy as well, they're getting a lot stronger, like they feel like they're more tight around her. So if she's kind of sticking out my side a little bit and then I have a Braxton hicks, you know, it hurts a tiny little bit. It's kind of, like I say, ow, it's a little bit of pain. It's not anything to complain about, but it is very uncomfortable when it happens. And they're definitely not regular contractions at all. They happen a lot, but never in a row properly, or you know, they'll stop after a while. So yeah, so that's pretty, I think it's pretty cool. I like seeing them. Like, it's good that my body is practicing its contractions. Yeah, food cravings. I haven't really had that many cravings. During my birthday week though, I did have Korean about 5 times, which was bananas. So I guess I was craving Korean food. And also crunchy nut cornflakes. I had quite a lot of bowls of crunchy nut cornflakes, but that stopped now. I'm not really into them anymore. I have also been wanting a McDonald's sundae with the hot fudge, like the hot chocolate fudge and the caramel fudge sauce. And I really like it, but there are a few reasons why I can't have it. I'm not allowed to have soft serve from a machine, and it's very unhealthy for me, so I can't have it as well. And also our local McDonald's now is one that just opened, and there have been people protesting around that McDonald's for a very, very long time. So Louis was like, we can't go to it or we'll be like kicked out of the neighbourhood. So he won't let me go to that one. And the other one's about a 20-minute drive, and I just couldn't be bothered for, you know, something I'm not really allowed to have anyway. So yes, but apart from that, I haven't really been having many cravings at all. So my current weight is just under 78 kilograms, so it's really climbing up there. So I've put on about 9 kilos or so, which I'm pretty happy with. It's not a huge amount, and it's on all of the charts, it's the very lowest number that they recommend that you put on. So yeah, I don't feel like I really have put on a huge amount of weight anywhere except for my tummy. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. And I've definitely not been eating, you know, super healthily or, you know, cutting back on food or anything. I've been eating a lot of food, a lot of junk food as well, kind of unhealthy food. So I'm pretty surprised I haven't put on a lot more. But yeah, I don't think my body is really that happy to put on a lot of weight. You know, I usually just plateau at a normal weight range when I'm not pregnant. So yeah, sleep has been pretty awful lately. I just find it very hard to get comfortable to go to sleep, and with the reflux lately as well, it's just taking a long time for me to go to sleep. I sometimes just stay awake for a long time thinking about things, or I'm just not tired even though I'm pretty exhausted, and then I always wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom at least once. So I have to get up and it's cold, and then by the time I get back to bed I'm pretty awake. So sometimes I just go on the internet and look at things or read a book, or yeah, stay awake for quite a while, then I'll go back to sleep. And yeah, so sleep is pretty average at the moment. Energy levels, my energy levels were pretty good in the second trimester. I definitely agree that they are like the golden weeks of energy, and then as soon as I hit the third trimester I was like, oh, I'm so tired, and I just needed so much rest, and a lot was happening. There was a lot of travel and people visiting, and I was just doing a lot. So I mean, I'm sure that contributed to it, but I'm definitely feeling a lot more tired. Even with a lot of rest this week, I'm still really, really tired. So yeah, energy is not great at the moment. Stretch marks. So I still don't really have any stretch marks, which is really, really good. I still do have that funny kind of brown mark to the side of my belly button, but it looks like it's the same colour as my linea nigra, and it's just off to the left hand side of my belly button. So it's kind of just this splodge of brown. It doesn't really look like a stretch mark. It's not red or purple, but it could well be a stretch mark. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I'll have it for the rest of the pregnancy and probably a little while afterwards as well. Hopefully it'll go away after a while though. And the midwife said that my skin was stretching really, really well at both the appointments. So last appointment and the one before that, she was really happy with how my skin's going. So that's nice to hear. belly button in or out? It is still in. It's getting so small. It's kind of disappearing. Louis is always like, where's your belly button gone? And so it's just getting really tiny and kind of getting flatter and flatter and flatter, and looks like it's kind of sticking out a tiniest bit, but not really. It's just more flat at the moment and tiny. So yes. Products I'm using. I have been pretty lazy with my skincare routine for my tummy. I haven't really been putting much oil or anything on it. Some days I am like, oh no, and I exfoliate my tummy a lot and then slather it with every cream and oil and like coconut oil and almond oil and just everything that I have. And so it gets really, really moisturized for that day, and then I forget for another week. But yes, I'm not sure that all creams and lotions really do a whole lot, but it is nice when, you know, you have a nicely moisturized tummy. The other thing that I've started is red raspberry leaf tablets. So these are to kind of condition my uterus, I guess, and it's just said that, you know, you probably maybe, okay, you might have an easier labour because of it, so I'm like, why not just try them? I've got them from iHerb, so I'm just starting off on one tablet 3 times a day at the moment, and I'll up it to 2 tablets 3 times a day soon and do that for the rest of the pregnancy. And yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit during labour. Emotionally, it's getting really close to meeting our little girl. I'm just getting really, really excited. I can't wait to meet her. I am not in a huge rush for her to be out of my tummy or anything. You know, pregnancy is really lovely. I really enjoy it. But yeah, I just can't wait to meet her, and it's getting, you know, really, really close. It's only about 7 weeks, maybe a bit less, maybe a little bit more. So yeah, and I've been reading my book Birth Skills by Juju Sundan, I think it is. I never know how to pronounce her name. And that's been really kind of empowering and really helpful. The skills to help you through labour, and yeah, I just think it's a really good book. I really enjoy it. I might not use any of the techniques that are in there during labour, you never know, but a lot of them seem very helpful. And Louis has been reading it as well, so he is going to be helping me throughout my labour using that book, which is really, really great. So whenever I have something that hurts on my body, he's like, it's good pain, it's good pain. And I'm like, this isn't labour, but thanks for that encouragement. You know, you can save that one for when I'm in labour, but yes, I think he'll be really helpful now, which is good. So this week I'm looking forward to going to our hospital class. So on Sunday we have a class at the hospital, which is like a birthing and newborn care class, and you also have a tour of the hospital, so the labour ward and the postnatal ward. So I think it'll just be really, really helpful. Yeah, the midwife said that it's not the best class for information, but you know, I think it'll just be nice to go and meet some more midwives, even though I do have my personal midwives that will be there for my labour. You know, you never know what will happen. It's nice to just meet all of the midwives just in case. And nice to see the labour ward again, and yeah, I think it should be interesting. I'm also looking forward to painting this room. So we've kind of prepped it quite a lot. We've patched up all the holes in the wall and taken out all the screws and taken off all the stickers, and it's just such a hideous room. It's green and purple blue, and it's just gross. So we've bought some white paint, purely white, really nice, kind of like a greyish white, not even a yellowy white. So we're going to paint this room and then we'll set it up kind of as a half nursery, half guest room, which will be really, really nice. So it'll just be a bit easier to decorate once it's painted, and just look a lot prettier. So that's pretty exciting. The other thing that I'm looking forward to is prepping for our baby queue. So our baby queue is in a week and a half, and it's just going to be a barbecue but focused around us having a baby. So it'll be for guys and girls, and it'll just be really fun. I'm working the day before, which is a bit of a bummer. I wanted to kind of make cupcakes and stuff the day before, but yeah, oh well, someone has to earn some money, so I won't be working for a long time, so I thought, oh, I better keep working for a little while longer. So that should be super, super fun. Okay guys, so that's it for 33 weeks. I thank you so much for watching and still subscribing, and all the messages and the love, and hopefully I'll be back soon with some more videos. I've got so the update of my life video, which will be long, and also some baby buys, and also an iHerb haul, which is a lot of kind of maternal stuff. So keep your eyes out for those. And here is my baby bump shot, which is huge. Okay guys, so this is the bump for 33 weeks. So of course it's grown enormously since I've last showed you it. Yeah, it's just getting so big. I can't believe how big she is in there. It's crazy. So she still seems like she's quite forward. This is the bump without my top on. So see my belly button, it's so small. It's just kind of disappearing at the moment. And this is the brown splodge off to the side. It's kind of one over this side as well, but I mean, it's nothing that I'm really concerned about. It's just kind of there. So that's the bump from the side. And from the other side. So pretty huge. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Please stay tuned for my other videos, and I'll talk to you all soon. Okay, bye!